Mr. Poilievre, yesterday there was this summit in Ottawa to address these rising car thefts. And in that summit, there wasn't really much new that was announced. The government did announce some funding a day before yesterday. That was after you released your own plan that how you would combat car thefts. But yesterday, the Prime Minister said that the reason why car thefts are increasing is because the Harper government put some cuts in place to the CBSA.
8 years ago. It's been 8 years. He's still blaming Stephen Harper.
Yeah, so I just want to get your reaction to that. Like, what do you think of? What do you think of that?
8 years. Yeah. 8 years. 8 years has gone by. He's still blaming the previous government. First of all, you want to talk about the previous government? I'm happy to. We cut car theft in half. The number of car thefts from 2005, when we took office, to 2015, when we left office, went down by half.
Right.
Okay, so our approach worked. What did we do? Yes, he's right. We cut the back office bureaucrats and consultants and put the money under the front lines. His complaint seems to be that we didn't spend enough money, that our programs and our border services weren't expensive enough. It doesn't matter if it's expensive. You have a great meal at a restaurant. You don't complain that the price was too low. You're happy that the product was good, and the product was good under Conservatives. We cut car theft in half. Under Trudeau, car theft has skyrocketed. And here's the reason why. He got rid of mandatory jail time for car thieves. He's brought in catch and release bail for car thieves. So, and the final thing he's brought is house arrest. So you can steal a car, get arrested, get convicted, do your sentence in your living room. You can watch Netflix or maybe play a game of Grand Theft Auto. And whenever you feel like it, get up and open the door and walk out and steal another car while you're doing your sentence. That's the craziness of Trudeau and the NDP, who are not worth the crime and the cost. So my common sense plan would get rid of house arrest for car thieves, bring mandatory jail time of 3 years for 3 cars stolen. I would also bring jail and not bail, jail and not bail, jail, not bail for repeat violent offenders. And finally, I'm going to cut $165 million of management consultants and put the money into buying 24 scanners that can scan, each one of them, 1 million shipping containers a year at Vancouver, Halifax, Prince Rupert, and Montreal, so that we know what's in the box. There's a guy, just one quick story. This guy, he's from, I think he's from Gatineau. He had his Dodge Ram stolen. He had an AirTag on it. So he called, he said, oh, it's going to the Port of Montreal. He called the CBSA. They said, we can't help you. He says, I can show you. It's on my app. It's sitting at the port. They said, but we don't know what box it's in. And he says, can't you check? We don't have the resources to check. So my common sense plan is scanners. So you can scan what's in the boxes. And you could say, oh, the scanner shows there's a Dodge Ram in this box. There. Maybe this Dodge Ram belongs to this nice man from Gatineau. Let's open the box, take out the Dodge Ram, give it back to the guy who it belongs to. Common sense.
Mr. Poilievre, is 24 scanners going to be enough for all the ports? Like, is that all? Is that
for
all?
For the 4 biggest ports.
Is that all we are short? 24 scanners.
I'm going to be coming up with more plans for the smaller ports, but I wanted to, the first and foremost, almost the big problem on cars right now is Montreal. Let's face it. And we're right now we're inspecting 1% of the shipping containers that come in and go out after 8 years of Trudeau. You know, the Port of Montreal, they only have 5 CBSA officers.
That's it?
5.
Whoa.
For over 500,000 shipping containers. So my common sense plan brings 24 shipping containers. Each one of them can do 24 scanners. Each one of them can do 1 million shipping containers a year. So they can scan 24 million, all of them, 24 million shipping containers per year. That's almost all of them for the major ports. And we'll have 75 CBSA inspectors added to run those. And they will inspect, they will intercept the crime. So boots on the ground, scan the boxes, fire the management consultants, and lock up the car thieves. Common sense.
Do you think we need a dedicated port police like Canada used to have up until 1997, or just hiring more CBSA officers is just as good of a substitute?
It's a good question. I don't know the answer to that question. The Liberals got rid of the port police. So could that be one of the reasons we have trouble? It could be. What I do know is that we're spending a phenomenal amount of money on back office bureaucracy and high-priced consultants, like the ArriveKine app, $54 million. That came out of the CBSA budget. Imagine how many cars we could have protected from theft if we had boots on the ground with that $54 million. So I'm going to cut off that waste and put it into frontline security at our ports.
Do we know how much does one of those scanners cost? I mean, I don't expect for you to know that off the top of your head, but the scanners that we say,
the backgrounder, Matt. Yeah, we have that. We did cost it out actually. I will get Matt to do it, but we calculated that it would be $135 million over 5 years to both buy and operate the scanners.
That doesn't sound all that expensive, Mr. Poilievre, in the larger scheme of things. I mean, in 2022, Canadian insurance companies paid upwards of $1 billion in claims for car thefts.
Yes, you're right. So it's in the neighborhood of $5 million per scanner to buy and operate and man the scanners over a 5-year period.